Hare Krishna. So this event occurred in about 1971. Malati tells this story. The Malati, that's the GBC, an elder devotee. In 1971, there were no buildings in Mayapur, and Prabhupada was living in a very simple shack, and his cook was Malati. It was a very difficult task because she had to haggle with the treasurer to get enough money to buy prasadam. And then she had to walk her daughter across the field to where the boats across the Jalangi River and go into the city and haggle with the fruit and vegetable vendors to get fresh vegetables, and then to ask the boat people on the way back to ferry her across the river for a reasonable price. To top it all off, every day when she cooked for Prabhupada, he criticized her. He found something wrong. He would say that there's not enough this or there's not enough that. So Malati decided it's just a very difficult task. And also Prabhupada was under a lot of criticism from his godbrothers for allowing a woman to cook for him. So Malati put all this together and decided that she would resign. But Prabhupada required her to cook the day that she decided to resign. So she cooked, and she only had a very simple one-burner stove to cook on. And when she came into the room, or just before she came into the room, she saw that Prabhupada was flanked on either side by two of his very esteemed godbrothers. So Malati made sure, pulling her sari over her head, that nothing showed except her hands, and she came into the room on her elbows and knees. And all you could see of her, according to her, was her hands. And then Prabhupada, after he ate the prasadam, he said there's too much salt. He wasn't saying there were too much salt in the preparations. There was just too much salt on the plate along with the ginger that was piled up. So Malati felt very intimidated. And she said, well, I won't say anything today. If he wants me to cook tomorrow, so I'll tell him tomorrow that I'm going to resign. And she again felt very intimidated by these two gentlemen that were sitting by Prabhupada's side. And they said something in Hindi to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada said something back to them. And then he said in English to them, she would slit her throat for me, and I would slit mine for her. When Malati heard that, she almost, according to her, she almost fainted away, and she continued with her service. So the moral to this incident, which happened in about 1971, was that if you do anything for Krishna, it's going to be okay. Hare Krishna.